Hello everybody, my name is Vike Freiberga. I'm a former president of the Republic of Latvia and currently the president of the Club de Madrid World Leadership Alliance, which is a body of over 110 former presidents or prime ministers of democratic countries. I'd like to send my greetings to the Boston Global Forum initiative for the G7 conference and wish you the very best success in developing recommendations and a framework for the topic of this conference, which is the ethical aspect and the ethical framework in AI development.
The ethics aspect of artificial intelligence is a topic of current burning interest, and I'm very pleased to understand that your deliberations and your conclusions will be submitted to the G7 who are meeting in Canada, and generally submitted to discussion, evaluation and suggestion by the community that is either directly or indirectly concerned about the development of AI. Some of you may remember the novel I, Robot, in which one had the laws of robotics presented. Robots were to be developed, but as they became more and more intelligent and actually self-reproducing, they were given a code of ethics, and one of them was that they should never harm humans in any way. With artificial intelligence, we have reached the point where science and technology have rejoined what 50 years ago was merely science fiction. The advances in processing of various computers have allowed for the sort of global mass data crunching and a speed of processing that was unimaginable before. And this capacity has changed the heuristics that you can use in developing AI applications for a variety of needs and solutions to problems that we simply could not imagine before. But just like with the rise of simple robotics, the rise and evolution and the fantastic progress made in AI raises also concerns. People wonder whether AI will replace so many jobs that we will have a wave of unemployment. They wonder about very powerful tools of, say, manipulation of opinion or intrusion into citizens' private lives could endanger not just individual privacy and individual security, but the security of whole nations and alliances such as a defensive alliance that is NATO. These concerns are very real, and the time to address them is, of course, before we come up with disastrous deviations from our goals, with disastrous applications that do more harm than good, or applications that fall into the wrong hands and for which we then need to have quick remedies. Wrong hands will always be around. Any technological development has always been a double-edged sword. The first knife was a tool for cutting, it was also an instrument for hurting, and so it is with any human invention whatsoever. But even as we develop locks, and there are lock pickers, we have to strive to have ever better locks to keep us reasonably secure. AI is a challenge. It's scary in many ways to think of everything that can be done by artificial intelligence. And yet at the same time, the possibilities are staggering. So many things that we have been unable to control, so many things that have made us feel helpless in front of developments, faced with what seem to be insurmountable challenges. All that could be remedied by many an application that is, as we speak, is being invented or developed by either some lone individual, some lone wolf, who will come up with an extraordinary application, or possibly more likely by big corporations who have already shown the power of their research and their innovation and their creativity, big corporations who will undoubtedly make big strides in this field. But we do need already, as of this moment, at this point in time, we need ethical guidelines within which such developments should remain, just as we have had ethical guidelines for any number of other technological developments which are acute as a need in biotechnology and biology, medicine. AI as well needs an ethical framework. Ladies and gentlemen, and I hope your deliberations will represent significant strides forward in that area. All the best to you.